name's Frank. I'm a security guard here at the Trust. I'm also a PT. Remember, it's important to speak to your doctor before you ever do any exercises. Keep yourself hydrated, and always make sure you work to your own ability. Okay, so the first exercise in the warm-up is heel kicks. So I'm sure you've all seen these before. It'll be a case of hands to your backside and alternative heels right the way up. Okay. The next exercise is high knees. So hands out in front of you and bring your knees up to wherever's comfortable for you, as high as possible. Okay, so the next exercise is torso rotations. So it would be a case of hands, hips stay straight, hands out in front of you, and what you want to do is rotate yourself back as far as you can without moving your hips. I'll show you from the side. So arm circles, I'm sure you've all seen these as well. Hands out to your sides and medium-sized circles. 5 in one direction, 5 in the opposite direction. So the next exercise is heel touches. Feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart. What you want to do is bring your heels together, side to side. Okay, so this is a burpee. So it's hands up, down, press up position, feet in, up, and jump at the top. Modifications of that are, if you're slightly less mobile or not as fit, you can bring it down to your knees, take it at your own pace, do the press up from your knees, bring your knees in, up to a standing position, and without the jump. Okay, so the next exercise on the list is a regular crunch. Okay, so if we get down onto the floor, make sure you've got a mat or something that's comfortable to work on. Okay, so down into the lying position, and what you want to do is, for a regular crunch, just put your hands on your thighs and bring your hands up to your knees, rolling your torso and your chest towards your knees. Modification of this would be a full sit-up, so hands on your chest and sit up into the seated position and back down. Make sure that you're not straining your neck when you do it or pulling on your neck. The next exercise that we're going to do is a punch-in squat. Okay, so it's regular squat position down to about mid-parallel whilst punching out. Okay, so it'd just be a case of work to your range of motion. If you've got a chair or something like that you can go back onto, if it's more comfortable, then you can do that. Next exercise is called a bird dog. It's a yoga pose. It's good for strengthening the back and your core muscles as well. Okay, so in the kneeling position, keep your core tight, bring your belly button in towards your spine, and you want to alternate your hand and your alternate leg out. So it's like that. Back to position, and then back. If you want to do a modification of this, if you're not too stable, then you can just do your arm and then your leg. When you become more advanced, try and bring them both together. Next exercise we're going to do is a squat and knee. So it's a case of squat into a comfortable squatting position, whatever's good for you, your range of motion, and then a knee to the opposite side. So it would be a case of squat and knee, squat and knee. So heel kicks. Okay, it's important that if you're doing the heel kicks, if you've got any kind of balance issues, make sure you hold on to something stable, whether it be a board or against the wall or even a chair. This is really good to get your quads warmed up. Nice way to get your heart rate moving. Okay, we're going to be doing 1 minute of each of these warm-up exercises back to back without any rest. This will hopefully get our heart rate moving and prepared for the exercises to come. Nearly done. So, knee raises. It's really important to keep yourself moving while we're in these tough times. Just remember, work at your own pace, your own speed. If you can only raise your knee a little bit, just raise your knee a little bit. As I said, if you need to hold on to something, whether it be a chair or a wall. This gets your hip flexors moving, your glutes warmed up. Remember, take it easy. This is only the warm up. Next exercise is torso twist. So hands out in front of you, twist back, make sure to keep your hips in place. Just work to your own range of motion. Remember to breathe. If you need to have a drink, make sure you have a drink. You want to be doing this through slightly soft knees. Make sure there's a slight bend in them, but without rotating your hips. Just to get your spine warmed up and your shoulders open. Nearly done now. Next exercise, arm circles. So hands out to your side, medium-sized circles, 5 in one direction, 5 in the other. Remember to keep your core tight, belly button drawn in towards your spine. Breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. If the arm circles are too much for you, you can always bring them down to your sides, do shoulder rotations. Hopefully your heart rate's moving up a little bit. Get us nice and prepared for the main session to come. So, last exercise now is step touches to the sides. So, side to side, nice and easy, hands on your hips. Keep breathing, in through your nose, out through your mouth. I can already start myself getting a bit warmed up. Hopefully you guys are as well. And it's nice to have you following along with us. About 30 seconds left now. If you want to make it harder, go slightly wider. If you want to make it easier, just bring the steps in slightly narrower. Remember guys, always warm up before you're exercising. It's going to help you in your main exercises. About 10 seconds left. Right, that's it guys. Thanks very much. make sure you keep yourself warm before you start exercising. Okay, so we're going to put all of the exercises together now for 1 minute, all back to back, no breaks in between. So burpees. Take it easy, make sure you take it at your own pace, your own ability. The modification of this, I'd say, is down to your knees, press up from your knees, in slowly, and without the jump. Okay? That's good if you've got any kind of joint issues or anything like that. We'll go back to the full burpee. Make sure to just take it easy, and your breathing is controlled. Next exercise is crunches. So down into your lie position, and we're doing 60 seconds. Make sure you're not straining your neck. In through your nose, out through your mouth. If you want to modify this and make it harder, into a full sit-up. If you want to make it easier, just bring it to the bottom of your knees. If you need a drink or anything like that, take a drink, just leave your timer running. Nearly done now on the crunches. Next exercise is squat and knee. So it's a case of squat, knee, squat, knee. If your mobility isn't as good as that, just into a slight squatting position and you can kick out to the side. Back to it. Nearly done. Next exercise is bird dog. So down to your knees, alternating hand and leg. Great exercise for your core, for your back. Remember to keep your belly button drawn in towards your spine. Should be starting to feel this now. Getting your heart rate going. Modification of that is back to the full bird dog. Nearly done now. Last exercise, into a punching squat. Start punching, go as low as you comfortably can, nice and slow. As you can probably tell, I'm getting a little bit warm. It's good, it shows that the heart's working, starting to get my breath. Breathing a little bit heavier, that's what we want. Getting a little bit of a sweat on. I'll say if your hip mobility isn't as good, you can always use a chair, or just don't bring it down as far. Just work at your own pace. Okay, back to it. Ten seconds left. hopefully we've had a good little session. Okay, that's it guys. Hi everyone, hopefully you've enjoyed the warm-up and the workout videos. This is going to be a short 10-minute stretching video. It's always important to stretch after your workouts. This will help reduce the inset of DOMS, which is delayed onset muscle soreness. That time that you feel achy every time that you go to the gym and stuff like that, it's generally because you haven't stretched enough afterwards or you've took it a little bit too hard. So really important to stretch. Perfect time to get a little bit of hydration. This also stops the fact of we can reduce the chance of blood pooling in your legs and stuff, which can happen after some strenuous exercise. Yeah, so just concentrate on your breathing on this. We're going to be holding each stretch for 30 seconds. This is called a developmental stretch. It is a bit of a long time, especially if you're not used to stretching, but it's going to actually help increase your mobility and your flexibility over time if you do it regularly. Okay, so the first exercise we're going to be doing today is a seated bend. Okay, this is a lot like when you do standing toe touches or trying to touch your toes. It's a little bit more stable, especially for beginners, just because you haven't got the chance of falling over. People with mobility or balance issues, it's great for that. You'll still get the same kind of stretch along your hamstrings, and really good for your posterior chain. So it'll be a case of toes towards the ceiling and just reach as far as comfortable, feeling a nice stretch in your hamstrings and in your posterior chain. Okay, if you can't get that far, just go to where it feels comfortable. We're going to be holding this stretch for 30 seconds, okay, and then a 10-second rest. Next exercise is a hip and quad stretch. Okay, this is really good after we've been jumping around doing our burpees and stuff like that. Just a good stretch to get your hip muscles and joints kind of loosened up, make sure that they're feeling nice and supple, and increase your range of mobility. So we're going to go from a kneeling position, put our foot forward, okay, not too far but also not too close, and we're going to keep our back leg and knee against the floor. We're going to gently stretch into this position. Doesn't matter too much about your knees going towards your toes. If it is going that way, you can always adjust your footing and take it a little bit further. You should be feeling this stretch across your trailing hamstring and opening up your hips. Make sure you keep your torso nice and straight. Breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. People with balance issues, hold on to a wall, a chair, or something that's handy. Make sure it's stable. Okay, and then we'll alternate onto the opposite leg. Nice stretch again. We're going to be holding position 30 seconds each side. Make sure we're breathing. Come back out of it. Okay, so the next exercise is lumbar rotations. Great for your lower back, good for your core. Keep it nice and tense in between the exercises. Make sure you're managing your breathing without holding your breath. So we'll go into the lying position. Okay, heels together, knees together. Keep your shoulders flat against the floor, and you want to rotate at the hips with your knees as close to the floor as you can. If your knees don't touch the floor and if they're slightly raised, don't worry about it, it's just your mobility. If you can, over time, try and get them down to the floor. So we'll be holding this stretch for 30 seconds. The rest position will be at the top, and then 30 seconds on the opposite side. Next exercise is a cobra pose. It's called different poses in different parts of yoga and stuff, but it's basically a abdominal and front stretch. It's good for your core muscles again, good to stretch out all your ligaments and tendons in your core and your muscles. So down into a lying position, hands just about in line with your chest. We want to push up nice and slow, arch at the back, and go to a position where we feel comfortable. You should be feeling this stretch right through the core, through the abdominals. Make sure you're breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. So the modification of this is, if you can't get all the way up into that position, it would be from your elbows. This is called the Sphinx. So raise yourself up and you should feel a slight stretch. Over time, try to get to the Cobra. So the next exercise is called a shoulder opener. It's good for your chest, your lats. It'll get all these kind of muscles that have been working in the workouts nice and stretched out, improve your mobility, increase your flexibility. So it'll be down towards where you were in the press up position, from your knees. So you want to keep your arms straight and lower your back towards your heels. Keep your arms straight, back straight, and you should feel a stretch across your chest and across your lat back muscles. Make sure you're breathing. And we'll be holding that for 30 seconds. Modification of that is, just don't bring it down as far. Okay, work to your own ability and your own flexibility. Try and increase it to almost getting your forehead on the floor. Okay, thanks for following along with us today, guys. Hopefully you've done your warm-up, whatever exercises you've chose to do in between. Hopefully you're pushing yourself, but not too much. Don't forget to do the cool down and the stretches, please. You'll feel so much better afterwards if you're doing your stretches. Okay, it's really good, even if you're just doing them on your own. If you've got 10 minutes, just do the stretching part without the workout. It's going to increase your mobility, really going to make you feel a lot younger. I do a lot of stretching, to be fair. I like a bit of yoga. Try and get some time by yourself, a little bit of quiet music or something like that, a little bit of quiet time. It's great. Make sure you're hydrating yourself if you've done the full workouts. Keep yourself hydrated as much as you can. Speak to your doctor before you're doing any forms of these exercises. Keep yourself safe at home, and just go for it, you know. Hopefully I'll see you guys soon.